Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your snapshot reading. I just felt the need over the last few days to do an update for you on love, basically. So this is for the end of June. Obviously, you'll see the more detailed June reading on the website, but this is just additional information that Spirit wanted me to pass to you. In the meantime, just to let you know that the July readings will be out both. I'll be doing a love reading and I'll be doing a separate work and career reading for you all. And I'm going to start recording those at the weekend. So if you want to be notified of when they're coming, please click subscribe and the notification bell and you won't miss them. Okay, so we're going to get started. For Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Sagittarius, what is the message you want to give Sagittarius regarding love? What is the message you want to give Sagittarius regarding love? Okay, so we have conclusions are within reach. Oops. And again, please, Spirit. What else for Sagittarius? Your commitment is being tested. Sounds interesting, Sagittarius. And what's this one? Oh, expect powerful change. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We have good things happening here. They'd be even better if I'd got them in camera shot. I can never figure out which way that goes. That's it. Are we okay? Are we all in? In fact, let me move the camera a little. That's better, I think. Yeah, that's better. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's start off with the Moonology cards here. And we have, if there's been a situation that you've been waiting for some sort of outcome on or some sort of result, then we started off with conclusions are within reach. So, you know, whatever it is that has been sort of playing on your mind, or, you know, you're trying to find a solution to a situation, and maybe you've been feeling a bit sort of frustrated about it, please be assured that conclusions are within reach. And it says that your commitment is being tested. Spirit are just saying to me, divine timing. So, you know, some of this situation has been out of your control because it needed to happen when the timing was right for you. Okay, so it may be that you've been feeling things are, you know, a bit unfair, or things aren't going the way that you thought they would go. But, you know, your commitment to this relationship is actually being tested. So if things aren't going the way you wanted them to, you know, it may well be worth you hanging in there, because you have some powerful changes coming. Powerful changes ahead. And, you know, I love that card. I love cards of change. I know some people worry about change, but, you know, this always feels very positive to me. This is a positive change coming your way, Sagittarius. So whatever this situation is that's been on your mind, or you've been trying to find some sort of solution to, know that this is going to have, you know, come to its conclusion. And, you know, you hanging in there seems to be a good idea. And you have got changes ahead. So, you know, it feels like whether you're in an existing relationship, or whether, you know, you're trying to be in a relationship, maybe there's somebody around you that you wanted to have as part of your life and it hasn't been working out, you know, there are changes ahead. So hang on in there, Sagittarius, because, you know, it's not by any means negative, this. It all looks pretty positive. They're quite powerful cards, those three. So, you know, that's a lovely thing for you to see. Right, I'm going to pull some oracle cards. As I say, this is only going to be a very short read, because it literally is just messages that Spirit wanted to update you with. So let's just see. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. It's that one. Okay, turn on the light. Do you want that on as well, Spirit? Yes. Seek an expert. Okay, so we have turn on the light. We have seek an expert. We have be courageous. Wow, that comes under the change card. I love that. It's not an emergency. Do you know that card has come up in every single reading I've done, and that is so bizarre. Talk to God. Interesting. And what else do we have? What else do we have, Spirit? Reach out. I'm going to take that one too because it looked like that was there to be taken. So, okay. It's time for things to be a lot brighter in your life, Sagittarius. We had, the conclusions are within reach card. This has come up in the same line. I've very much read the update readings, you know, in a downward fashion. For some reason, that's what Spirit are telling me to do. They want you to look for the sunshine in your life. They want you to, I mean, here you are in a card of partnership, and they want you to look on the bright side, you know. So it's whatever it is that's been worrying you regarding a relationship, we know that the conclusions are coming, and we know that they're close, and, you know, they want you to stay positive about the outcome. Okay. Now, they've said to us that your commitment is being tested. And they've said here, seek an expert. So, you know, if there's something, if you're very stressed, if there's something that's worrying you, then it may be helpful to you to talk things through with somebody. You know, someone outside. It doesn't need to be an expert necessarily. It can be someone sort of just outside your situation, someone who doesn't know the parties involved, someone who could give some sort of advice that hasn't got an emotional attachment. Because the trouble is, when we go to our friends and our family, they will always give their spin on things because they know you, or they know your partner, or, you know, the person that you're interested in. So, you know, what they're saying here is, if there's something that is really stressing you out or becoming difficult for you, by all means seek an expert if you feel the need, of course. But also it's good to speak to others that just don't have an emotional involvement in your situation. So just bear that in mind, Sagittarius, because that could be helpful for some of you. As I said, take from this reading, I always say this, take from this reading what resonates with you, because not everything will resonate with every Sagittarian, obviously. But you have got these powerful changes coming up. They're positive changes. They feel really warm to me, Sagittarius. I get feelings, obviously, from the cards, the energies from the cards. And that isn't feeling like a particularly scary change, but it does feel like a big change, like things are suddenly going to turn in the way that, you know, you wanted them to, because it's feeling very positive. So they're saying, you know, you may have had this time where you've been doubting things because they have been testing your commitment, you know, so you may have felt doubtful about a connection or doubtful about the way forward. And they're saying to you, basically, have faith, you know, be courageous, say, do you know what? If I feel this is right for me, I'm going to go for it. Because, you know, they're bringing this change to your door. So this is something that you've got to have the courage. You've got to have the courage to step through that door, Sagittarius. So, you know, that is exciting. That is absolutely exciting. And, you know, I learned a long time ago that if we turn things from being things we were afraid of, and, you know, if we change our thinking, rather than saying, oh my goodness, that change is scary, if we say, wow, that change is exciting, then, you know, it helps us to be more courageous, and it helps us to walk through these changes with a smile on our faces. So, you know, this is all good for you, Sagittarius, not anything to worry about. And I just want to come up to this line again for a moment. And here they were asking you to seek an expert, or, as we discussed, you know, talk to someone who doesn't have an emotional involvement in your situation. The card that came out here was talk to God. Now, obviously, some of you will look at that and it won't be, you know, you won't feel it's for you. But, you know, broadly speaking, what they're saying to you here is, you know, tune into your inner self, tune into your intuition, tune into, you know, if you like to speak to your angels, if you like to speak to spirit, if you like to speak to God, you know, it's all about the spiritual, emotional connection. So in terms of if you're having some times that have been a bit tricky, a bit difficult, then, you know, by all means, speak to someone outside that isn't emotionally involved, but also look within. You know, look within, talk to your spiritual support network, whatever that may be for you. And, you know, that is going to help you prepare for this change that is coming. But this change is a good change, as I keep saying. So I don't get the feeling, and you know, we have this card, it's not an emergency. This is coming up a lot at the moment. And, you know, in this sense, I'm feeling that they're saying, you know, go with the flow. There's nothing that is going to be majorly testing for you that you've got to act on quickly. It's saying, you know, keep a positive mindset. We know that these situations are going to sort themselves out because it says conclusions are within reach. So, you know, keep a positive mindset, talk to people if you need to, but, you know, go with the flow. This isn't a sort of, it doesn't, although we're saying there's big changes on their way in the situation you're worried about, Sagittarius, this isn't a situation that demands immediate action that is going to be a big leap of faith for you. This is something that, you know, you're just going to find the inner strength to deal with, and you're going to go with the flow, you know, and relate to your inner self. There is a card of here, you know, reaching out. So they're saying to you, okay, they're asking you to be courageous. They're asking you to, you know, make decisions regarding your relationships, and, you know, it may simply be you're in a relationship and you're planning to make changes together. But they're saying, you know, if you're unclear about anything, you know, there's always people around who can help you. And, you know, for those of you who don't have an immediate family or friend support network, there are always people out in the community, if you look hard enough, who you can have a conversation with, as we said earlier, you know, and reach out to support or ask some advice. And, you know, it may be that they're asking you to create. So, you know, there are different ways of sort of dealing with situations, and, you know, being creative is key sometimes, and thinking outside the box is key sometimes. So, you know, conclusions are going to happen with the situation you've been worrying about. I don't know what that situation is for you, and obviously this is a very general reading, so for those of you, you will know how it resonates with you. If there's something in your relationships that you're wanting an answer to at the moment, you know, you feel like you've been going through a very testing time, but this is coming to a close now in terms of, you know, there being some sort of solution. And it may simply be that life is going back to as near as normal as we can get it at the moment. And therefore, you know, you're getting a bit more independence from your relationship, or it may be that there's less stress because, you know, there's less of an impact of financial things. Whatever it is for you, know that the situation's changing. It's not going to stay the same. But that, you know, seek out support if you need support to make those changes, and think creatively, Sagittarius. It's important to think creatively in this situation. I'm going to, I haven't done these with the other readings, but I'm going to do a bit of a clarifier for this create card to get some more information. Oh, right, okay. So they're saying immediately that, you know, what the decisions you make now are going to be the building blocks for your future. So if you and a partner have been, you know, planning something together, then, you know, these are the building blocks. The decisions you make now will help you move forward. If you are in maybe a separated relationship, you know, whatever conclusions happen now, and this process you're going through will be the building blocks, you know, for a deeper foundation, basically. So what are the changes, please, Spirit? Tell us about these powerful changes. What advice do you have for Sagittarius? Peace. Yeah. So, you know, this is great. This is absolutely great, because with this powerful change card, like I said earlier, not all changes are, you know, scary. They're exciting more than scary. And this change, Spirit want you to know, Sagittarius, that this change is going to bring you peace. So, you know, once these conclusions are reached, and they are within reach, it's going to bring you peace, because it will bring about change. Okay, so that is a lovely message to hear. I said to you, didn't I, that I didn't feel that that change was going to be anything, you know, frightening or threatening or whatever, that it felt a warm change, and here we are, Spirit are confirming that by saying, yes, it's going to bring you peace. So, okay, I think what I'm going to do, let me have a look at the Romance Angels cards. I don't want this to be a long reading, as I say, because it was literally just a little snapshot reading before I do the big ones for July. But they're going to be a lot more detailed. So, yeah, playfulness. I'm going to take that because they have said to you, Sagittarius, turn on the light. And now they have playfulness, and it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So, you know, if you have been going through quite a testing time in your relationship and life has been quite stressful, they're saying now is the time to introduce the playfulness back, because, you know, that will help you to recapture romance, and it will help you to have some fun. And, you know, I know that's not always easy if things are very pressured for you, but it's important in trying to, you know, alleviate maybe some of the stresses you have around you at the moment, Sagittarius. So, Spirit, another card, please, for Sagittarius. What message do you have for Sagittarius? What is the update for Sagittarius? For Sagittarius, please. That wasn't that one, it was that one. Yeah, oh wow. Stay optimistic about your love life. You know, it's not as bad as you think, Sagittarius. I feel like you've been worrying about a situation, but it's not as bad as you think. This is what Spirit are changing you. They're saying, are telling you, you know, whatever it is you've been worrying about, it is going to change, and it's going to be a peaceful change. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So again, what did we say? We said stay positive, turn on the light, you know, go with the flow. This is, you know, they want you to lighten the mood. I know that's easier said than done, but, you know, they're saying it's not as bad as you think it is, whatever this situation is. If you have a situation that you want to share with us, that would be, you know, really interesting. Obviously, that's up to you. I can't say, tell us all your life story, you know, but if there's something that you know, this reading resonates with, and you'd like to tell us about it, please drop it in the comments below, because it's, you know, always good to hear from you. Right, one more, please, Spirit. One more, and then we're going to do a message from Spirit. Oop, one more. Do you want me to take that one? You want me to take those two? Oh, okay. We've got 4. Wow. Okay, that wasn't what we were planning, but still. Okay, so this situation is going to be worth waiting for. You know, you have been perhaps through some tricky times here, Sagittarius. You have felt very frustrated, and you know, whatever you've been waiting for, and it may just be that you've been waiting for things to change, but it says divine timing. Gosh, didn't I say that earlier? Didn't I say that earlier? How bizarre. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So yeah, you know, whatever it is you're waiting to be sorted out is going to be sorted out, but it will be when the timing is right. So let me just move those along and see what this one is. Codependency. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So for some of you, I don't know how that will resonate. You know, maybe you, some of you, maybe it has been an addiction in terms of maybe alcohol or, you know, drugs or gambling, etc., etc. But it is a card of codependency. So, you know, maybe things haven't been so healthy in a relationship around you, and you've been trying to, sort things out, or you've been seeking help or an advice in your relationship, and there is going to be this change. So that's not something that you need to worry about, but it is something that has affected the way that you've been able to be in life, really. And that's why they're asking you to be optimistic, and they're asking you to bring the playfulness back to sort of lift your vibration, and wait for this peacefulness to come in, because it's definitely coming for you, Sagittarius. Right, I'm going to pull very quickly. These are new cards that I've had in the past week, and they literally are called Messages from Spirit. They have quite a bit of text on them, so I'm just going to pull one and read it for you as I get used to them. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this card is, as I say, a message from Spirit, and it says, let go. It says, once you have let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of Spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. So what they're asking you to do here is to let go of the emotional attachment to this situation, because it's happening in divine timing. Whatever this change is for you that's going to make life more peaceful, it's happening in divine timing. They're basically saying, that they are in control of this situation and they will help you through it. It says you'll be able to let go of the outcome. So, this commitment, yes, gosh, we've all been in that situation before where we've been stressing about what's going to happen in a situation, and we're worrying so much about the outcome that we're forgetting about ourselves in our everyday life. And, this is what they're saying to you. Just go with the flow. It's not an emergency. Go with the flow. Link to your trust in the highest good and in Spirit. And, they're going to bring you this change of peacefulness, Sagittarius. So, that is actually really reassuring, I think. So, this process is going on. Whatever it is you're worrying about, you don't need to invest as much time worrying. I know that's easier said than done, but you don't need to do it, because Spirit have it in hand, and, they're bringing this peaceful change for you. It's been worth waiting for, and they want you just to stay optimistic. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that reading, Sagittarius. As I say, it was a small update reading. If you'd like to see the July readings that are in far more detail, then please make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell. And please let me know if you enjoyed the snapshot readings, because I'm getting I'm sort of figuring out what works on the channel and what doesn't, because I want to do, obviously what is best for all of you. So thank you for being with me today, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care. Bye.